Amid the misty woods of Willow Creek, Tennessee, the Whitaker house rose like a forgotten tomb, its roof sunken and wooden walls cracked as if clawing at the sky. As night fell, the air around the house grew heavy, an unnatural chill creeping into the bones no matter how tightly you wrapped your coat. Locals whispered of shadows dancing behind shattered windows, footsteps echoing through empty rooms, and a low moaning sound that seemed to rise from the earth itself. They said the house didn't just stand there, it watched. On a stormy October night, two college students, Jake and Sarah, decided to challenge the rumors. Armed with only a flashlight and a cheap video camera, they stepped through the rusted iron gate, laughing off the tales as childish nonsense. But as they pushed open the creaking front door, a sudden, piercing cold rushed out, as if the house had exhaled an icy breath. Jake, wearing a confident grin, called it the smell of an old house. But Sarah froze, feeling an invisible gaze drilling into the back of her neck. They entered the main hall, their flashlights sweeping over rotting rugs, dust-covered paintings, and portraits that seemed to stare back with hollow eyes. Jake's laughter faded, replaced by tense silence as a faint whisper echoed, a voice so soft it might have been the wind, yet unmistakably said, "Stay, don't leave." Sarah gripped Jake's hand tightly, her voice trembling as she urged they should go, but Jake, stubborn and curious, insisted they move forward. They ascended the wooden staircase, each step groaning beneath their weight, as if the house protested their presence. Upstairs, the pitch-black hallway stretched endlessly, with closed doors lining both sides, like secrets waiting to be uncovered. Their flashlight began to flicker, even though Jake swore he had checked the batteries. Suddenly, a door at the end of the hallway burst open with a sharp screech. Inside was an empty room, containing only an old mirror hanging on the wall, its surface fogged by time. Sarah approached, heart pounding, and as the flashlight hit the mirror, both of them froze. In the reflection was not their image, but a woman in a torn white dress, her long hair covering her face, standing motionless behind them. Sarah screamed, yanking Jake down the stairs, but the whispers had now turned into wailing, echoing through the house. "Don't leave me behind." They bolted outside, hearts racing, not stopping until they had run hundreds of meters away, only to glance back and see a dim, flickering light in the second-floor window as if someone, or something, was still watching. Jake and Sarah's story is just one piece in the countless tales surrounding the Whitaker house, but enough to make anyone wonder, is something waiting for us after death? This house isn't just decaying timber, it's a doorway into the unseen realm, where spirits may still linger, bound by unresolved pain. In this story, we'll explore the mysteries of the afterlife through the lens of haunted houses like Whitaker, from ancient legends to modern encounters. Are the ghosts within these walls remnants of once living souls, or merely products of fearful imagination? Join us as we step into the darkness, where truth and terror intertwine, to uncover what truly remains when the heartbeat stops, and what stays behind. The Whitaker house was once filled with laughter, a warm home for the Whitaker family in the 1800s. But tragedy struck like an unforeseen nightmare. One winter night in 1873, a horrific fire engulfed the house, claiming the lives of the entire family, parents and 3 young children. Villagers said the fire spread too quickly, as if fueled by an invisible force, leaving behind only scorched walls and whispers of an ancient curse. Since then, the house became shunned, a place even birds dared not sing near. Strange phenomena began to appear, as if the souls of the Whitaker family were still trapped within the very walls that once sheltered them. A witness, an old woman named Margaret who lived a few miles away, claimed that on full moon nights, she often saw the figure of a woman in a white dress standing motionless at the second-floor window. "That's not someone alive," she said with a trembling voice, her eyes empty like she was looking through me. Others reported the sound of children crying at night, even though no child lived nearby. Once, a group of hunters passing by heard giggling from inside, but when they looked through the window they saw only darkness. Paranormal investigators had visited, bringing audio recorders and infrared cameras. In one recording they captured a faint, unidentified voice repeating, "Help me, we're still here." Their cameras caught floating orbs of light, believed by many to be manifestations of spirits. A psychic who entered the house once had to leave halfway through, saying she felt a heavy sorrow pressing on her chest as if the house itself was trying to tell its story. Are these phenomena the lingering traces of the Whitaker family, imprisoned by their tragic fate? Many afterlife theories attempt to explain what happens at places like the Whitaker house. In reincarnation beliefs, souls are reborn into new lives, but intense emotions, like grief or rage, can trap them between realms. Some religions believe in a spirit world, where the dead exist in another dimension that occasionally overlaps with the living. Stories like those of the Whitaker house seem to support this idea. Souls unable to move on, bound by unfinished business or painful memories. A paranormal researcher, Dr. Emily Harper, who has spent years studying supernatural occurrences, believes haunted houses like Whitaker may be gateways between worlds. Powerful emotional energy, such as the pain of a tragedy, can imprint itself onto a space, she explained. What we call ghosts may simply be echoes of the past trying to be heard. But not everyone believes in spirits. Some suggest that the experiences at the Whitaker house may be the result of imagination or natural phenomena. The sound of wind whistling through cracks, light reflecting off broken glass, or even magnetic fields in old houses can create illusions. However, these explanations rarely erase the chilling feeling that people experience when they enter the house. Are these truly spirits, or is it just our fear telling the story? The Whitaker house doesn't offer a clear answer, only haunting questions about death and what lies beyond it. However, not every ghost or sound in the night comes from the other side. The human mind, with all its complexity and susceptibility, often plays a key role in supernatural experiences at places like the Whitaker house. Fear, suggestion, and imagination can turn the sound of wind whistling through a crack into a ghost's whisper, or a fleeting shadow into the figure of a woman in a white dress. Psychologists say our brains are wired to find meaning in ambiguity, especially in dark, eerie environments like an abandoned house. When Jake and Sarah stepped into the Whitaker house, their minds had already been primed by chilling tales from the villagers. Every small noise, every cold draft, could be exaggerated into a paranormal phenomenon. Dr. Robert Klein, a psychologist who studies human perception, explained, "In states of stress or fear, the brain tends to fill in gaps with images or sounds that aren't really there. This is why an old house, with its natural creaks and strange lights, becomes the perfect stage for ghost stories." Furthermore, scientists have shown that environmental factors may contribute to experiences often deemed supernatural. Old houses like the Whitaker often have unstable structures, creating sudden noises like creaking wood or wind rushing through gaps, easily mistaken for footsteps or whispers. Unusual magnetic fields, sometimes found in older buildings, can also affect the brain, inducing feelings of unease or even hallucinations. A study at the University of Tennessee found that some locations believed to be haunted had unusually high magnetic fields, which could stimulate brain regions linked to fear or distorted perception. These explanations seem to shed light on the mystery of the Whitaker house. But are they enough to erase the bone-chilling feelings experienced by people like Jake, Sarah, or old Margaret? Are the sounds of crying children, the shapes in mirrors, or the pleading voice saying "stay" merely products of frightened minds, or is there something deeper, beyond the grasp of science? Still, we cannot dismiss the mystical aspect. The experiences at the Whitaker house, from screams in the night to glowing orbs caught on camera, suggest that perhaps not everything can be explained by science. A balanced perspective is necessary. Science offers reason, but stories like the Whitaker families open a door to greater mysteries. Are spirits truly trapped, or are we simply witnessing echoes of past pain? The Whitaker house offers no answer, only stands silent and still like a question left unresolved. It dares us to face our deepest fear. What really happens when we die? Is there another world where souls wander, unable to find peace? Think about yourself. Have you ever felt something strange, an unexplained sensation, or heard a sound that didn't belong to this world? Perhaps you once walked past an old house and felt invisible eyes watching, or heard a story that sent chills down your spine. The Whitaker house is more than just a tale. It's an invitation to explore the mysteries of the afterlife. Share your experience, whether it's a chilling moment or a fleeting thought about death. Together, we can uncover the untold pages of haunted houses like Whitaker. Is death the end, or merely a door leading to a place we have yet to dare enter? Let this question haunt you, like the flickering light from the second-floor window of the Whitaker house, forever waiting for someone brave enough to find out.